Hi, I'm Nom Zigure. You must have seen my comments here and there, every now and then on Nepalese videos. I like to do stuff like that. Anyways, namaste. So I am Nepalese, and the thing that I want to talk about is this video. What you see on the screen isn't democracy, at least an ideal form of democracy. I mean, waving party flags, blindly following one's leader. All it does is results in a herd mentality. I mean, individuals who let others do the thinking can be easily misled and are. Uh, I mean, on the video, it's what I call. I think it's a Maoist party. Um, I mean, I'm not a fan of communism or Maoism. It's not a practical form of governance. It lacks. I mean, what I would say is it lacks one essential ingredient, which satisfies us humans. That is our free will. In order for communism to succeed, even temporarily, is that this the citizens of that nation have to simply say, okay, government, go ahead, do your program. We're not going to criticize it. Just go ahead and do it, and then just hope for the best. Because if you raise your voice, you might be thrown in jail, and you might, be killed, as is evident from a lot of communist states that have gone before us. And I don't know why we are experimenting with it again. I know we have declared ourselves a democratic republic, but the Maoist party is so strong, and it's they pretty much shut the nation down whenever they want. So it feels like a communist state. Anyways, I will discuss communism in a different video some other day. I'll make a few of these. So, anyways, my primary concern is that is how the loopholes of democracy can be easily exploited if the population isn't attuned to what these loopholes are. I mean, in our context, it's going to be ethnic divisions, the caste system, and religious divisions. These are going to be the major fault lines, because these can be so easily exploited. I mean, all somebody has to do is say, hey, I'm from your caste, I'm going to protect you, I'm going to always speak on your behalf, and you're like, oh, this guy's going to do great for me, so you vote for him. That isn't entirely democracy. I mean, that is an exploitation of democracy. For democracy to succeed, what we need is thinking individuals. Everyone thinks for themselves. People are going to come to you. I mean, if somebody comes to you and says, and their party basically says is that I belong to this ethnic group, or I belong to this caste, or this religious divide, hence you should vote for me because you also belong to that ethnic group, caste, or religious divide, stay away from them. You need to ask them. What is your economic policy? What are you going to do about taxation? How are you going to develop the country? Don't go for slogans anymore. Ask them, what is your point to point program? You say you want to build road. How are you going to do it? Why wasn't the previous government able to do it? These are legitimate questions, and you need to ask these type of questions. So we need to be nitty-gritty about these kind of things. We need to hold our representatives accountable. If we don't do our job, they're not gonna do theirs. Anyways, to come back to what essentially this video is about, is like understanding democracy. It's about, when I look at this video, that really isn't democracy. That's just a bunch of people. They have a herd mentality. The leader said go on the streets, they went on the streets. It's as simple as that. And you can always tell, because they'll all come so well organized. They'll all carry their flags. You ask them a question, they all give you the same answer. It's a party mentality. It's groupthink. It doesn't serve democracy at all. We need thinking individuals, and once every individual can think for themselves, then we'll have a very good democracy. We have to realize that democracy is not about the group. It's about each and every individual. It's about the guy in Tarai, who's not getting funds from the central government. It's about the guy in Kathmandu who's not getting aid from the government. It's about the guy. It's about the businessman whose path is being blocked by the government. It's about all those people: the rich, the poor, Madesis, what do you call, Sherpas, Hindu, Muslims, Christians. It's about everybody. Democracy is not about groups. If a government persecutes a certain group, that's a problem. If a government prosecutes an individual, that's a problem. We need to protect everybody, independent of their group affiliations, the ethnic affiliations, of their religious affiliations. That's what it is. We need to protect the individual first and foremost. Because at the end of the day, it's a cliche, but we're humans, and we must protect each and every human being, each and every Nepalese citizens. That is what the core of democracy is, and we must. And each and every, not we must give them. Everybody has their own right to excel in the field they want to have a chance at life, to be independent, to fulfill their desires and their dreams and their hopes and aspirations. The government should not be stopping them in any of these things. As long as it's legitimate and lawful, they should be allowed. They should be able to do it. The moment the government hinders anyone, not just a group, anybody of these things, then that's where democracy has been harmed, and we need to rise up and protect democracy. And please, when I say rise up, not mean go on the streets. Just there might be a time that's necessary, but what I mean by rise up is like follow the rule of law, go to the courts, fight day and night, try and get your results. If not, and unfortunately if not, we must take the ruling as it is, because that's what the rule of law is. Alright, anyways, I'll expand on this some other day. It's pretty late right now, so anyways, have a good night, namaste, and if you want to subscribe or whatever, go ahead, do it, but I'll pretty much be staying anonymous. My name says it as well. Anyways, peace up, take care.